Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack, and today we've got not a throwback set. This is not old enough to be a throwback set. It's only it was only produced back in 2015. This is a Chima Bladvic's Rumble Bear. This set is not too bad in terms of part to price ratio. It's a little bit expensive, but not. Actually, no, I'd say it's even. It's 415 pieces. It's sold for $40 in the States initially, or 34 pounds, 35 pounds, or 20 euro. That's according to Brickset. 20 euro seems pretty low, but anyways, that's the information I found for it online. It's currently retired right now, so it's probably selling for a little bit above that price, but not by, I don't think by a whole lot. And I think you can still find this kind of Chima set, maybe not this set exactly, but you can still find Chima sets like in Targets and Walmarts and stuff, depending on how much they update their inventory. Sometimes they do throw these sets kind of on the shelves from time to time. But anyways, the set is recommended for ages 8 to 14. It is, oops, did I not? Oh yeah, it's recommended for ages 8 to 14. It is set number 70225, and it has, well, 415 pieces, like I said. Here, can you see that? The minifigs are Bladvic, of course. This is Bladvic's Rumble Blade, and then Ice Claw and Vornon. Yeah, these minifigs are crazy. Personally, I think they're a little bit much. My brother is a huge fan of the look of Chima and the minifigs. Here's a look at the back of the box. It's got some features. Bladvic's Rumble Blade, it turns into sort of like a rolling bear, but it can actually kind of like stand up too. So it's kind of a half vehicle, half mech situation. So anyways, that's kind of what's going on. And also, I think this is the first time we are officially streaming on Twitch. Also, this is sort of our first official test stream on Twitch. We've done kind of like video feed test streams before, but this is the first one that really is like an actual episode or an actual live stream. So this is a good sort of intro thing. We're running our stream through a different program, and that's why our intro audio is weird. We don't know why that intro music was all messed up. It's just, you know, a bunch of weird technical stuff. Maybe the audio for that clip is rendered in a weird way where our streaming software doesn't read it properly. Who knows? Who knows? It sounded like it was buffering though. That's kind of what I was guessing as to why the sound was so bad in the beginning. But hopefully the sound is okay now. Look at this bag number 1. There's like almost no pieces in there. And then there's 3 other bags, so that's 4 bags altogether. And are there only 3 wheels? Is one like stuck in the box? Is this only this might only be a 3-wheel set. Weird though. I thought it was gonna be 4. Okay. Maybe I wasn't looking at the pictures. Oh, this fire piece here, this double molded, this I can't remember. I don't remember the name of the process where the plastic is kind of like bled in with another color, the dye, or at least. Oh, it looks so good. They were doing that with some of the other Ninjago sets, but dark blue and neon green just looked really bad together. That flame piece, that's a great flame piece though. So 2 manuals. Number 1 is a bit smaller than number 2. I'm gonna get started right off the bat. Oh yeah, and these are the stickers. Okay. So I hope you've seen everything. Wow, lots of chats jumping by today. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. The weather here in San Diego is awesome. I think this is the best time of year. Actually, to be fair, May is like kind of one of the best months out of the year, just in terms of weather and stuff. It's I think the most comfortable month of spring. Actually, no, April's pretty good too. It doesn't matter. The weather's nice. That's my bottom line. So we're having a pretty good time out here. And I hope everything. Chima will never die, says somebody whose name already scrolled through the comment section. Chima is dead. This is a dead theme. If I didn't say that before, or if you were unaware of it, the theme of this Lego theme is dead. Chima has been killed. I think it was only around for 2 or 3 years. I think maybe just 2 years. It was fine. I didn't think it was like a bad theme or anything. It's just dead. I mean, that's the bottom line. So, a lot of people can try to guess sort of why it died or how it died. And of course, the bottom line for that stuff is almost always it didn't sell well enough, you know. Every theme always tends to spawn a group of sort of hardcore fans, and people can really gravitate towards that. But at the end of the day, if not a lot of people, like not enough people, are buying the sets, then that's what happens. The set just dies. It was an interesting sort of idea to have all these weird sort of humanoid minifigs. You know, everybody. This guy's a vulture. Vornon is so weird. I think he's kind of the funniest guy. He definitely has the funniest name. We did a few Chima reviews way back, and we have one gigantic Chima set still in the office that we got on some crazy sale, and it was just this huge set, and we're just like, ah, okay, we'll get it. So that'll eventually become a live stream or maybe a set review in the future. It's one of these huge ones. Wow, look at Vornon. He's actually got a lot of stuff going on for him. He doesn't seem like that crazy involved of a minifig, but there's actually a lot of stuff. You have to build some stuff onto his armor, and he's got a brick-built weapon, which takes a surprising amount of parts. I mean, altogether, this guy actually takes quite a few parts. Oh, whoa. Okay, yeah, and this is a weird piece. What am I looking for? I've got a piece that is... Oh, interesting. It's like a blade piece with the handle and the little clip. I remember seeing this a while ago. I kind of forgot this piece existed because they just haven't... I don't think they've used it since... They might have put it in an Ninjago set and I didn't notice, but... Okay, hold on. Actually should put that claw onto the other side. Nice, okay. Look at that. So this is going to pop in to one side here. Oh, alright, so... Vornon has got a lot of stuff going on for him, just for being... I mean, he's kind of a major character, but... I'll show you guys closer up what this minifig looks like at the end when I do the full sort of basic, comprehensive review. Tons of stuff for this one fig. And now let's make Bladvic, our main dude. Bladvic the Bear. And this is his Rumble Bears set. So, hopefully... So this is the armor piece. Sorry, you can't see it that well. I'm kind of zoomed out a bit because this shot will get much, much larger in a little bit. So I'm kind of keeping the camera a little bit zoomed out. But yeah, this armor piece has a special printing and it's just for Bladvic. You can't get it. It's a different sort of picture for whichever character on each in each set. So I think almost every single set has an exclusive print for that armor piece, and I think that's sort of the collectability for getting all the different guys. And here we go. I have 5 or 8 Chima sets, and I destroyed all the sets. What? From Lego Darth Vader, you destroyed all your Chima sets? What do you mean by destroyed? If you parted them down and used them for other stuff, I wouldn't call that destroying. But if you actually, like, I don't know, just like broke your Lego parts, I would be sorely disappointed. Yeah, we take stuff apart all the time. So we take stuff apart all the time in our stuff, and I'll tell you, I say it all the time during streams and stuff. Like, Ninjago sets have a very short lifespan within the studio. If we need to make more space, Ninjago sets almost always get the short end of the stick, so to speak. They're the ones, oh, here we go. Yeah, it's got a little fire emblem. Oh, I kind of like that. I'll show you guys the printing on here, but there's a nice reflective little bit of gold fire print onto that trans green little piece there. That's actually really nice. Yeah, this is looking like, I like this brick-built weapon. This is kind of one of the more creative ones. We've got this paw piece, which is already kind of a creative piece. And you put some nice gold claws. And it's this sort of like claw mace weapon that Bladvic has. It's his bear claw, essentially. There might be a special name for this weapon. I don't know it. He's a bear. It looks like a claw, so I'm gonna call it the bear claw. And it also has some fire on it. So do what you will with that. I think it's a pretty decent build though. So he holds on to it from the base of the, from the telescope. Look at that guy. Look at this guy. See, I think this is too much. I think this is kind of crazy. But I know a lot of people out there, including my brother, they just love the figs that came from this set. This theme, really. So there's Bladvic and Vornon. They're kind of hanging out in the corner. And let's get the beginning. Oh, wait a second. All three of the figs are getting built. I thought we were going to wait. All right, let's build the last guy. What's his name? I'm not going to lie, I forgot his name. Ice Claw. Okay, Ice Claw spelled with a K for claw. Because he's that cool. The detailing on the body is actually kind of nice. It's really disturbing when you look at it up close. But yeah, it's because you can see his icy rib cage poking through his like fur that's kind of like falling away from his body. He's like it's just gross. He's kind of like a zombie. But this guy's got some crazy stuff going on for him too. Every single guy here is just, whoa, weird. Yeah, he's kind of a zombie. Like, he's like a zombie polar bear. Because he's got some, like, rotting flesh on his face. Ugh, okay. Yeah, he's like a zombie humanoid polar bear. That's what we're playing around with right now. Maybe I can understand why Lego got rid of this theme. These guys, it's pretty graphic. Now, no blood, of course, you know, it's Lego, but, you know, rib cage poking through like a half-living creature. We've gotten tons of skeleton pirates and stuff in the past, but for some reason it just feels and looks a little bit more like gruesome. But that's just my take on it. And he's got a cool ice gun. That's one thing. He's got an ice gun that is also like a weapon that he can use that has like an axe blade on the side. So I think that's actually, that's a good looking build for a brick built gun. Usually they kind of do a bad job with this stuff, but this is kind of cool because you can attach it to his back, and it looks kind of good attached to his back actually. So here it is. Yep. So this is Ice Claw. I'll show you guys closer up at the end. All these guys, you get a much better look at him. There's his gun on his back. And he's got a big ice thing. Yeah, in his thing. I make stop motion. I have series in the works. Boom. All right. So those are the three figs. Now let's move on to the beginning. Oh, wait. Nope. This isn't even going to be the beginning of the Rumble Blade because Ice Claw comes with a vehicle. And that's what we're building now. It's kind of like it's just a glorified snowmobile, if I could guess as to what it's supposed to be. This too probably also has a very special kind of silly name to it, but I don't know it. But I think snowmobile is a pretty good thing. It's got paws in the front, which is kind of funny. All right. Oh, hello. People hate Lego Chima copies. Apparently, yeah, Chima's a really, it's highly copied now because Lego no longer produces it. So I think those copycat Lego companies can go for it a little bit easier with less chance of being prosecuted or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, fake Chima is a relatively common thing. Have I missed a lot of it? Nope, you haven't missed a lot of it. I basically just build these ridiculous minifigs, and we are starting with the first little vehicle. This is, I don't know the name of it, but this is Ice Claw's, basically Ice Claw's snowmobile, from what I can tell. Not too bad. And so far, I mean, the minifigs are cool. The minifigs are ridiculous. They are something, we're never going to get minifigs quite like the Chima figs ever again. Some might say that's a good thing, and others might miss it a lot. I'm back. I was thinking about my cat. Interesting, Robin. All right. Do you mean metaphorically back? Like you were here the whole time, but you were just zoned out completely thinking about your cat? Because that's kind of how it sounds, right? I'm back. I was thinking about my cat. Not, I'm back. I was in the other room doing something else. Like, I'm back. I was just thinking. I was so caught up in thought that I actually was basically not in the room at the time. You ever do that? I do that to people all the time. Hey Jack, what theme do you think LEGO should make next as a licensed theme? That's a question from Anime Dude. And Anime Dude, Rick and Morty, of course. And then of course the immediate follow-up to that is Rick and Morty will never become a LEGO theme because it is way too adult. So, realistically, the next theme after that I would want them to make, like a theme that they could actually do, that they won't get in trouble for. I don't know. There's so many that your mind eventually starts to kind of go blank. But I was just like, oh, we could do Terminator. Oh wait, no. Oh, we could do Alien and Predator. Oh wait, no, we can't do that. You know, because all those themes, they're all too adult. I think I'm just so much caught up in the realm of wanting to build LEGO stuff, either from things that I currently care about, like shows that I watch, and none of that is like really kids stuff for the most part. So, I mean, I would love to get, like, you know, Alien Covenant's coming out, and like people are getting really excited for that, rightfully so. It looks pretty sweet, and so that would be cool. But you know, they probably aren't going to be making any sets for that, or guaranteed they're not making any sets for that. Maybe a Game of Thrones theme. No, not Game of Thrones. Ooh, The Expanse. LEGO The Expanse. Oh man, that would be cool. Okay, so there we go. I just built Ice Claw's thing. It slides around just fine. The paws are a bit posable, so you can kind of like move the arms around if you want. Or even if this thing was like attacking, you could like claw it up a little bit. It's a decent enough looking little build. Also, extremely unique. You know, it's very much looks like a polar bear in the front, just like Ice Claw is a polar bear. And now we are building the beginning of the Bladvic Rumble Blade. And this is where the build's going to start getting a little bit bigger. And that's why I've had such a sort of far away build shot that we have so far. Who is super chatting? Nobody's super chatting today. If you guys do want to super chat, you can click that function down. It looks like a little $sign. It is technically a donation box, and your chat appears in a bigger chat. It stays longer, and I will be guaranteed to answer that question if it is indeed a question, assuming, of course, it is an appropriate question. So if you super chat an inappropriate question, still not getting answered. But that actually hasn't happened yet. Here we go. Booyah. Not too bad. This is bag number 2. Bag number 2 of 4. And the first bag in a series of bags is always going to be the is always going to have the first step, really. Yeah, this first bag, it's going to be a lot of the basic sort of foundation building. But based on the picture that I can see from bag number 2, this is what the next chunk of building is supposed to produce. It looks like there's actually quite a bit of detailing on the outside. You know, we haven't attached any of the wheels or arms or head or anything, but the body itself looks relatively ornate, which is kind of cool. Officially licensed. There was a Best Lock Lego KO set that had officially licensed Terminator sets. Best Lock knockoff set, KO. Sorry, I was like, KO, what does that stand for? Oh yeah, knockoff. Oh yeah, they've done tons of cool knockoff stuff. Yeah, the thing is like I love sets that can go for like more adult themes and stuff. But the quality of all that knockoff Lego, I mean, I haven't really messed around with it a lot, but when you get a knockoff Lego piece in a BrickLink order, like we do sometimes, you can tell, like, immediately. Like, some of the knockoff stuff I see is just horrible, and I'm like, man, if my whole set was made out of something like that, I'd be lucky if it stayed together properly. Granted, there are other alternate, like, brick-built, you know, interlocking brick toys that are actually pretty nice. Like I've said before in streams that I am a fan of like the Loz brick. I don't know how you say it, L-O-Z. I am a fan of those bricks. They're totally different. They're totally different from normal Lego. Kind of totally different. They're just different in terms of size. They've got a much larger stud compared to the brick. But I personally like them a lot. I'm not going to be reviewing any of the Loz brick stuff just because we're going to stay pure to Lego. But let it be known, there are other interlocking brick systems out there that are actually kind of good. They're not all terrible knockoffs. Not that Loz brick is actually like super great. They do have their production sort of like mishaps and stuff. If you've ever gotten a Loz brick set, you might know what I'm talking about. Welcome to BrickVault. We need to Top Gear theme. Oh, Mike, somebody wants a Top Gear theme. Yeah, Mike is like the biggest Top Gear fan ever. Well, I mean, I just say that because he's a Top Gear fan and I know nothing about it. So, in my eyes, he's the biggest Top Gear fan ever. Yeah, Mike, you did an episode on Top Gear.
Yeah, we have like a Top Gear custom studio.
That actually looks pretty. I think part of that still is built somewhere. We took some of it apart.
Yeah.
Some of it didn't stay, but yeah. I didn't take it apart. I saw it in like the sign in like the Lego bin one day, and I was like, oh, who did that? I'm pretty sure Charlie like saw it and he just tossed it. Yeah, a Top Gear thing would be cool. Dude, okay, there's this guy, hold on. This reminded me of something. This guy, I was messing around on Lego Ideas today. Just wanted to see, first I was like, oh, I wonder how good or bad that little set that I built is doing. And it's still on trending, which is cool. But I saw this other guy who built this awesome, it's almost like a vignette, but it's really like it's a rally car that's like mid-jump. I can't remember the name of this guy. I think the name is like Abs AB Fab 1974. I'm almost positive that's the name of the builder. His build is really cool, and I was like, that's awesome. I want to support that. And it's kind of like this really cool build for a rally car, and it's suspended in midair doing like a jump over a dirt road in like a mountain. And so it's so cool, and yet it's like really small, so like it would be a pretty affordable set. Anyways, I saw that on Lego Ideas, and I was like, I want that. And then I clicked on, got curious. I clicked on the builder and then checked out his other builds. And his cars, the cars that guy designs, like, he basically does it in like a perfect Speed Champions format. He did the Lamborghini Diablo, and he's done like another Bugatti, and he's done a couple other things. And they're like the best. They're the best cars. Like, they're the best Lego cars I've seen. They're perfect minifig scale. Oh, they're so cool. The guy's Lamborghini Diablo is perfect, and I was messing around in the studio today, like looking. I was like, do we have the parts to build it? Because he doesn't have instructions for it, but he got like a perfect minifig scale, like set of sports cars, like really cool, like really classic stuff anybody could recognize, and it looks so good. Anyways, so I didn't really mean to give a shout out necessarily, but you do see Lego Ideas, and Ab Fab 1974 did a set it's on trending. I think it's like doing really well on trending right now, and it looks so cool. A lot of his older projects I think are too old to really gain enough support before they expire, even though they're awesome. But I thought that was like probably one of the coolest car builds I've seen. So good. I want to like contact that guy and be like, let me build your stuff. I could try it on my own, but stuff's really hard to get, especially if you're looking at like one or two pictures. It's nothing personal. Programming. BrickVault Bugatti Chiron or W Motors like in Hypersport. That's a question. Which one do I like more? The Bugatti Chiron. Yeah, the Bugatti Chiron is like one of the... And the Lego set for it is so good. It's not just like the car is awesome, but the Lego set for the car is doubly awesome. Ooh, sweet. This is kind of an interesting way you add this together. So I've built a front half and a back half, and then added the Technic pieces alternating, and then they just want you to flip them together at the same time. That is a technique that I haven't seen them try this particular technique where you put the Technic sides like kind of diagonally up. I haven't seen that since forever. I don't know. This is a 2015 set, so they did approach the manuals maybe in a slightly different style, but I didn't think I was going to see it quite like that. It's interesting to see how the instruction style changes over time. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Or if you've ever tried building an older set and you get your hands on the instructions either through PDF or you get an old set and you unbox it and build it. Yeah, the instructions sometimes are totally different. I know there was like a point at like 2010 or 2011. It was really annoying because black pieces in Lego and black pieces in Technic, like a Technic pin in Lego, they would be a different color in the instruction manual. And basically black Lego pieces just looked really dark gray, like a dark bluish gray. And those are like the most aggravating things because you're looking around for the wrong color piece for a long time and then you're like, wait a second, I've been looking for the wrong thing. Yeah, I did that a lot. I remember I was messing around with, I think it was the Ultimate Collector Series Imperial Shuttle. Oh, so annoying. Yes, Wubba Fett. Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Star Wars character? It might just be... What about Dash Rendar, huh? No, he's not really... I mean, like, he was a fun character to play in the video game, but I don't think Dash Rendar counts as a legit... You know, you don't really see him or his personality. Maybe he appeared in some of those canon novels, but I don't think I read any with him in it. Favorite character in Star Wars? I liked that guy in Return of the Jedi. He's in Jabba's palace. There's a name for him. There's a minifig for him, actually. And he's the guy that starts crying when the Rancor gets killed. Do you remember that scene? When I first saw that when I was like a kid, I actually really felt for him. Like, I really felt for that guy who, like, you could tell that, like, he'd been, like he was either friends with the Rancor or he was, like, the caretaker for the Rancor. And he'd probably been with the Rancor for, like, years. And like, so Luke, he manages to protect himself and he kills the Rancor. And it's, like, this super triumphant moment. And he walks out. And I don't know if that was, like, added during the special edition features, like, if that wasn't originally part of it. But he, like, starts to cry, and, like, his friend starts to comfort him, and I was just like, oh, man, like, that was his, like, you know, that was his best friend in the world. Like, he ever lost a pet or something. I was like, man, that's so sad. When the rank... Because I think they added that. I'm pretty sure that's, like, when they did the remastered version of the original trilogy, and they kind of added scenes and some CGI and stuff. That might have been a new part, but that character, and then they put him in a set. They put him in a Lego set. He's actually a minifig you can get. He's my favorite character, and I don't even know his name. I know he has a name. They gave him like a whole backstory and stuff. I like that guy. Well, I don't know. There's some people are speaking in other languages I don't understand. Okay. Okay, this part looks like we'll be adding it in here. I don't know if there's any rubber bands. I don't see any white boxes in the bag. So I don't know if there's going to be any weird rubber band tension stuff here. Kind of looks like there was going to be, though. I thought that's how we were going to get a folding function, but this might just all be folding on its own. Jack, where is Mike? Mike is approximately 25, 30 feet away.
I'm here.
He's here. He's right here. Right here. It's usually the way it is when one of us is streaming. The other one is always just like right around the corner. Almost always. Quack, quack. I'm a Jack. That can just be an ongoing joke. That was a funny video the first time I saw that. Oh man. I'm a sucker for those like really dumb little animation videos. I mean not just dumb as in like simple humor, just kind of like basic, simple stuff. What was it the other day? I think it was trending on some site. Is this like this person has their dog and the dog is growling? And then they just start opening and closing the dog's mouth. And it starts making these funny sounds. I tell you, man, that was killing me. I watched it like 3 times in a row and I was just cracking up the entire time. It's just the simple things in life. Simple things, guys. If a growling dog that sounds like he's speaking makes you laugh, then so be it. There's a lot of connection points. Oop, don't want to forget brown cheese wedges. Welcome to BrickVault. Oh, Malakili. Jack, the Star Wars guy's name is Malakili? I don't know how to pronounce. I'm pretty sure I'm reading that right. I just don't know where to put the emphasis. Thank you, person who I didn't read the name, and then now the chat is moving onwards. Thank you. Yeah, no. That's like he's like, you see him and he's like so sad when the Rancor dies. It really is. Like, it changed the entire tone of the scene. Before that cut was in there, it was just like, he killed the beast. And then after that scene, it's just like, oh, like he killed that guy's best friend. And like the Rancor probably didn't want to be locked up in some pit and fed for the entertainment of other people. Like, it was probably like one of those circus elephants or something. Like normally Rancors are nice and docile beasts in the wild, and really they can be quite friendly if they're treated right or in their natural habitat. But because this one was treated so terribly and kept in such horrible conditions, like a cage fighting dog or something, and it became this terrible, awful, hungry beast. And the trainer was the only friend of the Rancor. And then who comes in? A Jedi scum. And he kills him. It's true. It's like basically how it all went down. Because the first time they edited that thing, I'm pretty sure there was no guy crying for the Rancor. All right. Doing some very interesting. 6 viewers on Twitch. What's up? I don't know if you guys are typing in on Twitch. I can see on the chats like who's typing from Twitch and who's typing from YouTube, and it's still, you know, 125 people are watching on YouTube and 6 viewers on Twitch. Welcome, Twitcherinos, Twitch people. This is our first official stream on Twitch. I think technically we did 1 or 2 just sort of test. Oh, hi, says Brooks from Twitch. Whoop. Welcome. From Twitch staff? Yeah. Oh, wow. I feel doubly special. Awesome. Quick, I have to build Lego even extra fast now. Quick, Mike, make a funny joke. Be entertaining. You just smash our AT-AT? Like off camera? Am I being entertaining enough? Yeah, the entertainment will be the sound of me beating you with a hammer. Alright, dang it. This crosspiece does not want to fit. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. And then, boom. Alright. Alright. Booyah. Oh, so Mike, you're keeping up with the chats and stuff. That's right, guys. Mike is keeping up with the chat.
No, I'm just like
he's peeking from time to time. Mike, the time-to-time peeker.
That doesn't mean you don't. Keep being nice. Keep being nice.
Yeah, keep being nice, please. Things have been going so well. Okay. Can this crosspiece fit? Oh, okay, I guess it can. Okay, we're starting to get into some of the detailing. Gotta say, though. Oh, perfect. Okay, I thought that wasn't gonna fit for a second. Alright. What is this? Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, the detailing's starting to come together. Sorry if it's blurring out a little bit, or if I'm covering things up with my hands. I still haven't... It's not that I haven't figured out how to not cover up the shot. Part of it is... Oh, wait a second. Oh, I messed up these two little pins. They stick in this way. They're actually supposed to go in this way. Okay, that was a 10-second little fix. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, they're just... There we go. I'm not on it. If I say Mega Constructs is better than Lego, is that racism or just plain? You know what? You can like Mega Constructs more than Lego. I don't care. Racism or stupid, I don't think it's either of those things. Well, it isn't either of those things. I'm gonna just say that outright. Ooh, this is nice. Nougat. Nougat looks so bad in this manual. The colors are kind of off. Hey yo, we should try to do a live stream in the city. If we could set up like, I want to clear like a space.
Oh, I want to do it so bad.
Yeah, clear like a space. Because it is a modular city. I was thinking we could do like have us sit in the island. We could sit in the island. Idea, like for maybe the carousel. That would be cool, right?
Maybe the carousel, right?
Yeah.
Like building the carousel in the city and then putting it in the city.
Yeah, exactly. And then we just kind of like move the camera down. Guys, we might do...
By that time we will figure out the long cable for the car.
Yeah.
To work.
Yeah, or we could just wheel this whole thing into...
True, like the cable for like moving the camera and showing it off.
Yeah. Guys, we are thinking about... We want to do... Because we have this cool Lego city. And we do want to... kind of show it off more. We love spending time in the city, so why not build in the city? Yeah, and it will be more interesting for you guys to just kind of see stuff, because we like whenever we're like have been editing for a long time, one of us will just go into the city and just start messing around with like the minifigs or setting up just a little scene, just whatever, because there's just kind of like an endless amount of things you could do there. And then the other one, like, I'll walk in and I'll see that, like, I don't know, like, I'll walk in and I'll see that Mike has just, like, changed a bunch of guys around and there's, like, people fighting on a rooftop or something. And then, yeah, like, that's always a lot of fun, is just going into the city and just messing around with stuff. But we want to live stream from the city. I think that would be super dope. Just a more interesting backdrop, if anything else. What the heck am I building? Is this the, like, the roll bar, the roll cage for the pilot seat? I don't think it is, but then again, I don't really know. Ooh, what? Okay, I'm adding a ton of pins on this side. Just one side, but I'm probably gonna add them to the other. Oh, dang it, this thing is not. There we go. Okay. I want a giveaway. Somebody want a giveaway? One day we'll do a giveaway.
Viewers, that sounds like a good idea. I think it is.
For a giveaway?
No, for the
for
streaming
the
in the city.
Streaming in the city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta think on that. We gotta figure it out.
I'd say let's just try to get it. Let's just say that by the time the carousel comes out, we'll try to get it. We'll try to do the carousel episode. That's June 1st, by the way, in case.
Is it on early access?
No, not June 1st.
Is it
yeah, it is June 1st. It might. They haven't announced early access.
They haven't announced yet.
It might be early access. If it is early access, then it could be sooner. But I think we have the ability, because this streaming rig we have right now, set up at like what we're live streaming from, it's on wheels. Like it's a computer and like a screen and stuff, like on wheels with a microphone and camera. So
it's in the studio tour video.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think you can actually see what our live streaming rig looks like with one of our more recent studio tour videos.
It's like a Shellbot robot.
Yeah. What is this?
Remember Shellbot from Big Bang Theory?
Oh yeah.
Like driving around with a like monitor attached to a robot.
Oh, interesting. What the heck? What is going on? Sorry, I'm like looking at this. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, so this is
oh,
gonna be part of the build. Yeah, aren't the minifigs just out of this world?
This is so cool.
They're so weird. I mean, like...
Why do you guys hate on Chima? There are so cool figs.
I mean, the
this
thing
one
is,
has like a transparent leg.
people that love Chima, like, really love Chima, though. And then there's the people that kind of hate on it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, you like it?
I mean, they're unique.
Yeah, they're super weird. Sorry guys, I'm messing around with this build a bit. It's looking a little bit crazy. I just was, okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so we're adding some side details. Oh, and they want us to click.
We're doing a city episode soon, pretty much.
Okay.
Just for you guys to know.
Oh, this is kind of cool. So this bit of Technic stuff that's kind of moving around, they want us to click that into place.
Oh.
So it's perfectly straightforward out there. And hold on, before I click it into place, I need to move this part on that. Yeah, that was in the wrong spot. I don't want to lock the roll cage in the wrong area. There we go. So that is definitely going to be changed up though. This is, I mean, this is such a weird looking build. Okay, cool. I'm not entirely sure. I kind of like building something where I can't predict how or why something's going to work the way it does. So this is definitely one of those builds where I'm kind of just like, all right, it wants me to do this now. Let's just do this and see what happens. Because I know this has the ability to fold. It'll roll around and it'll stand up. I don't think it rolls over and sits. I don't think it does any of that stuff. But it does roll, stand, and then it's probably got some, it's got a couple of big shooting functions too. This is old, says Guys with Bricks. Yeah, it's 2 years old. Technically, it's a retired. Whoa, look at this. When do you ever get a big, like, extended piece like this? It's gold. It's molded in gold. Well, pearl gold. Okay, yeah. Let's me to build it up just a little bit in the back, a little bit in the back, and before I add the gold armor pieces, I do want to make sure that we get a control bar in the front. Okay, let's add the gold. Solid gold. All right, there it is, one. Here's the other one. This is cool. Like, honestly, just for the parts, we're gonna get some really cool stuff. There's some giant gold feet in I think the next bag. Ooh, the first stickers. Is this the first of the stickers? No, I put one on somewhere else. Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, let's get these stickers done. My favorite part, as everybody knows, stickers are my favorite thing. That's what I say every stream. My favorite thing. Is that a little crooked? No, it's not too bad. Why you no take beacon from well? Okay, I don't know what that means. Lego Nexo Knights for life. You guys like the Nexo Knights? Do you like Nexo Knights better than Chima? People were talking about Nexo Knights possibly getting canceled, but that rumor was kind of shut down pretty quickly. But like a lot of the big Lego news sites were like, oh, Nexo Knights is gonna get canceled. And then Lego was like, no, it's not. But they also said that about Dimensions, and most people still think Dimensions is getting canceled. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Personally, I like Nexo Knights a little more than Chima. But the one thing I don't like about Nexo Knights is all of the crazy, like those shield pieces used for the figs, they're just too big. Like the average Nexo Knight figure with his weapon and shield can never stand up on his own. Like, I think a minifigure being able to stand up relatively easily, like without studs, is a very, very good, like, indication of whether or not he's a good fig. Because the ease of being able to play around, this guy, he's got a lot. He's kind of hard. He's not the best, but he's not as bad as Nexo Knights though. A lot of the Nexo Knight figs are just too crazy with all their big accessories. You know, bigger is not always better in the case of adding stuff on top of your figure. And look at this piece. We got 2 of them. This is a piece that just, this is so good. You can never not find a use for a part like this. You could always put it into something. Do some really creative stuff. Even just like nice designs. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, I love that part. Okay, I guess there only are supposed to be 3 tires. I found 3 tires in the beginning, but not anymore. As long as LEGO says Nexonites is not canceled, I am cool. All right. That's what Hypermaker123 says. But like I said, LEGO also officially said that Dimensions is not getting canceled. But according to like a lot of the people in the know, they just say that LEGO is saying that because they don't want people to not buy the next round of Dimension sets before they do officially announce that it's going to be canceled. So we'll see. I mean, it's possible. Like technically, I'm just moving off of rumors, but I'm moving off of rumors that are supplied by people that are pretty much almost never wrong about that stuff. So it's possible. Yeah, I don't think Nexonites will get canceled. At least not this year. I think they need, you know, like a little bit of time for people to also kind of get into the theme, because the theme's only been out for like a year now. So people might be like kind of cold to accept it maybe in the beginning. Oh, am I supposed to build 2 of those? Yeah, I was. I was supposed to build the second one. Dang it. Now I'm looking for the other parts. Do you want LEGO to cancel Nexonites? No. No, I do not. I do not want LEGO to cancel Nexonites. I like the figs. I especially like the bad guys in Nexonites.
I'm going through the AC for a second, okay?
Sure. Yeah, the bad guys for Nexonites are awesome. The original release with like all the bad guys that kind of looked like demons or something. I thought that was great. I thought that was a great setup. I thought that was. It looked good. The theme just felt really complete when they first released Nexonites. The new one is cool. Like they definitely changed up the color combinations and the theme of the baddies, which is once again kind of what you do. Oh wait a second, I'm supposed to put that into. Dang it! I'm supposed to put that into this area. It's supposed to fit onto 2 different. A lot of Technic fitting right now. But no, I think Nexonites can go on for longer. Personally, I still wish they had just done a classic Knights theme instead of Nexo. Just like get back to some basics. We haven't had really like a back to basics theme in a while. When was Alien Conquest? That theme. That theme was kind of good, and it had like some nice moments. The aliens didn't seem like overly done, and the characters seemed pretty classic. I thought that was really cool. And I think it was just one theme. It was just like 1 year or something. Thought that worked super well though. So I think doing maybe like if LEGO does like a sort of back to basics, like a single set of releases. Not like they're going to be releasing classic castle for years and years and years to come after this, but they just do a whole wave of classic castle sets, like all newly designed and stuff, with like new everything for it. That could be really fun. I think that would be fun, like a fun thing to do. There's enough adult fans out there. I feel like that would be awesome. Brickheads looks like Funko Pops, says Skull Walker 2005. I agree. It does look like Funko Pops, but can't remember the name of the guy who came up with the Brickheads. But he did a really interesting interview. I think you can find it on Brickset, where they interview like the guy who brought Brickheads to LEGO. And it started off as like a little sort of gift to a friend of his. He like just built a little Lego figure for a friend of his, and he wasn't even like planning on turning it into or pitching it to LEGO or anything. He wasn't planning on doing anything like that with his character. He just like built a little blocky elephant guy for a friend, and then some other guys in the office saw it and they liked it, and they kind of basically what happened is like this guy had a cool build and everybody was like, oh, we like this, you should make more. And then LEGO at one point was just like, wait a second, do you think we could turn this into a theme? And I think because it kind of looks like Funko Pops, and it kind of looks like, you know, the kind of chibi style that's really popular nowadays. That was probably one of the main reasons why LEGO was like, wait a second, this might actually have some marketability to it. And then they decided to go along with BrickHeads. I think BrickHeads can last forever. I don't know about you guys. It's not really as popular right now. It's not really as big. Like I've noticed just based on viewership from whenever we do BrickHeads episodes and stuff, like not that many people are interested in it. But it feels like it's a theme that can just keep going and going and going, though. It really does feel like that. And personally, I like all of them. The BrickHeads characters are really cool. They're so simple, and people have so much fun making their own BrickHeads characters. I even bought a couple extra guys, because I already have some ideas on making some custom BrickHeads characters. It's just so simple. The parts are simple. You don't really need that many parts. Yeah. So anyways, that's my take on everything. Okay. Let me go back to this. Boom. All right. How long have we been going? It's almost an hour into it. I'm definitely over halfway in case you guys are wondering, and I'm at the point in the stream of repeating myself, but what I mean is I did the intro for this set in the beginning, so let me just, whoa, you see that? It was off balance. If you just let it sit there, it just like falls forward. But if you put them both on, it's like a classic, you know. See, now they're perfectly weighted and they won't knock each other off. But let me just talk. This is the Bladvic's Rumble Bear set. It is set number 70225. It is recommended for ages. Hold on, I got the box in front of me. Ages 8 to 14. And it has 415 pieces. It originally sold in the States for $40, which makes it actually a pretty decent, pretty normally priced set. Nothing too out of the ordinary. And I think it sold for 35 pounds, or it sold for, I believe, oh, wait a second. No wonder this thing wasn't matching in. Guys, I messed up the wheels. I messed them up. I swear I didn't see that. I swear I didn't see it. Yeah, but it's there. I'm supposed to add one of these spacers. Okay, that's better. That makes more sense now. Yeah, so it's decently priced. Nothing too crazy, nothing too out of the ordinary. Comes with 3 figs. I believe Bladvic is, or the armor piece for him is exclusive just to this set. But it came with Bladvic, Ice Claw, and Vornon. I actually have the minifigs down here. I'm just easier to show you that way. And this is going to be sort of a vehicle that LEGO has not attempted, I think, quite the same way before or after. This is a vehicle, but it's also going to be a vehicle that's supposed to look like an animal that can morph into a standing position. They did that with Lance's mech horse in the first wave of Nexo Knight sets, which kind of worked. It worked. It actually, it looked all right. The horse part of it kind of looked all right. The like motorcycle version of that set was okay. Ooh, yeah, we're building one of the legs now. This is gonna look cool. So this is kind of like, I think this is the first iteration of them trying this out with this build here, is having a vehicle that is a mech that can stand up but roll around and fold down, and it's got shooting functions. So they're trying to fit a lot into actually not that many pieces, 415 parts, but each of these minifigs in this little side build, I mean, realistically, you're looking at something closer to like 350 parts for this vehicle. And so for it to be able to do all of that it's asking a lot. So if this thing doesn't fully deliver, I won't be surprised. But at the same time, you know, you can't dock them for trying something ridiculous. You know, you can't dock them for like being, hey, maybe we could just make like the craziest thing ever. It's gonna look like a bear, it's gonna stand up, but it's also gonna be a vehicle, and it's gonna roll around, it's gonna fold, it's gonna shoot stuff. It's just like, all right, like, yeah, let's see if we can just do everything in one relatively small size vehicle. So that's what they're trying. and we will see. Sorry if this goes out of the shot sometimes. That's my bad. I get distracted. I move things around into slightly different places. All right. I really don't have a favorite Lego set. I love them all equally. So that's a quote. I'm reading from somebody. I definitely have favorite Lego sets, and there's certain sets I'm not huge fan of, but mostly when I'm not a fan of a set, it's not because I just think it's really bad. Every now and then you get a really bad set, but mostly because I don't like stuff, or I don't buy stuff because it just ain't up my alley of interest. Okay, and then flip it onto the other side. Interesting. I have this big plate of brown detailing. Interesting. Okay. Let's get it moving down, moving down, moving down. Oop. Is this correct? Yeah, it is. Okay. Look at this. Nice slope piece in gold. There's some really nice pieces in gold for this set, guys, and the cool fire pieces. So many interesting parts that we just don't get anymore. Lego doesn't even make these pieces anymore, I bet you anything. Or a part like this, or a part like this in this color. So yeah, there's definitely some parts in here that I think could be pretty sought after for either people that want to sell pieces or collect pieces, or just want to have special pieces to build with. I can tell you right now, there's some of the gold pieces I'm looking at here are things that I think I can definitely find a use for later down the line. And that is what I'm gonna do. So we're almost done with one of the legs, and I think this bag will end when I've finished the other leg as well. All right, we've got some nougat on here. This kind of almost looks like an eagle claw leg, like a bird's leg, but this is supposed to be a bear, so I won't judge it till I finish it. Just saying, by itself, it does kind of look like an eagle's leg. Oh, weird. And then, what? Okay. This is weird. I was not expecting this little thing in the back. Look at this. And you just add, yeah. So it kind of, these little pegs are added, so it gives just a little bit of forward motion to the leg. I don't know how necessary that was, but yeah, they're going for it. All right, so we've got our vehicle, which by the way does roll around. Not too well, and there's some loose pieces that are kind of flopping around because we're not done with this thing yet. But, whoop, let's try not to break this. We should, whoa, hold on. I attached these side pieces wrong, dang it. Oh man, okay. Let's see if I can't get this piece back on again. Alright, yep. I attached that on incorrectly. Whoa. Guys, I'm messing this whole thing up.
As usual.
As usual. Okay, yeah, I attached some pieces in wrong on some sides. This stopper piece is supposed to be in on the other side. Oopsie daisy. Well, at least this makes a little bit more sense now. What is up with what is it about Technic pieces that are like so much easier to mess up? You notice that? The windmill, you guys talking about the Lego Ideas set? Sorry, I looked down and then I looked back up and I'm trying to like guess where the conversation's going. Yeah, there's that windmill set that's doing really well. Or that there's a watermill that passed for Lego Ideas recently, and then a windmill piece that is doing really well. Okay, so this is going to attach. What? weird. These legs aren't going to be adjustable at all. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Okay, and this, yeah, I must have added all these Technic parts in the wrong direction. Oh man, I really built this thing way off. Way off, guys. Okay, so this is actually supposed to be put into this side here. Oh my gosh, I'm a genius. What I mean by a genius is I'm an idiot. Okay, let's see, there we go. Okay, we're there, guys. So I got one of the legs in, and I just totally rearranged all the incorrect pieces of the Technic stuff. But now you're starting to get an idea of what the heck this crazy vehicle is supposed to look like. How do you go live or stream, says Hypermaker? Well, you have to set up a bunch of accounts. It's a bunch of logistical stuff getting your stream set up. And then you have to cameras and blah, blah, blah. Fortunately, we have a studio here where we've been doing a lot of filming. And initially, we had this idea of having 2 different regular film studio offices. So we got a few extra cameras. And then we were just like, nah, let's not do that. And then we had these extra cameras. We're like, what else are we going to do? And we're like, wait a second. Why don't we live stream? That could be kind of fun. And so far, it has been. So far it's been a lot of fun. So it was sort of like we had made this investment of like media stuff, like cameras and whatever, and then we're just like, wait, that actually we're not going to have a second media studio. Let's just keep one place, but let's do some streaming. We've got this stuff, like might as well. So streaming is technically not our initial idea. It wasn't. It was something that kind of came sort of after the fact, but I think a very welcome change, though. And I think we're really glad that we ended up deciding to stream. And this is our very first Twitch live stream, but this is going to be, for those that are new here, and especially like with Twitch, like, and I'm sure a lot of the other people on YouTube can vouch for that. Yeah, we're sort of regular. We're pretty regular. And we're actually going to be a lot more regular just with the next few sets of, like, waves of sets and stuff. We've had some things where Mike will be out of the studio for a bit, and then I'll be out of the studio for a bit, and so we get a little bit caught up doing other things, but I think we're onto a pretty legit sort of track in terms of just being able to... I've already built this. Why am I forgetting pieces? But yeah, so I think we're going to be having a really consistent sort of track record of just regularly streaming 11 a.m.-ish Pacific Standard Time every weekday or almost every weekday. This week is going to be a little bit crazy. This is like a throwback set, and I don't really have a lot of the new stuff. I'm going to check for that exclusive. I think it's like a Target exclusive. That whatchamacallit, the new Wonder Woman set, which looks pretty sweet. I like the new Wonder Woman figure. She looks good. And the brick-built bad guy looks really good too. So I might be picking that up this week if I can get my hands on it. And then of course, there's something special happening in a couple of days if you haven't been paying attention. And that is the whatchamacallit, the Force Friday. May the 4th, not Force Friday. This is May the 4th be with you. Force Friday, I think, is in September. This is the May the 4th be with you event. So that's happening. So I'm definitely going to that, and I am going to be hoping that a certain type of Star Wars set is going to be on sale. I don't know for a factoid. But there's going to be some stuff there on sale. I already got the exclusive Snowspeeder set, which is awesome. If you haven't seen that episode review, I've got a fully formed review of that out now. It's a really cool Ultimate Collector Series set. But hello, let's get that other leg on. Snap, snap. Ready, set, snap. Okay. Let me just do a quick once over. Make sure this is all in the right place. Okay, I think we are good. Okay, there was two little things that I was missing. It was this little brown piece on this leg and this little brown piece on that part of the leg here. Boom! So, hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing wonderful in the stream. Trying to get this thing built up and read comments in the comment section. And guess what? This is the last bag of the build. Bag numero quattro. Oh, wait a second. I didn't turn the page, and there's actually, I have to add these now. So these are, okay. Pretty simple. It's such a cool piece, and it kind of feels like it's, I don't know, like it's not being used to its full potential. It's just masking a lot of like really kind of poorly exposed Technic. Such a cool piece, but that's the way it's being used in this set. I don't think it's that cool of a use for such a great looking mold, but that's what they got. All right, let's get this thing open. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Lego creator, Lego isn't a word. Legos isn't a word. You know what? I gotta admit, I still say Legos sometimes. Actually, not like a lot, but not a little bit either. I think when you've grown up as a kid saying the word Legos because Legos is just a natural, it's a natural assumption to make. I mean, oh yeah, this is Legos. Oh, I've got a lot of Legos in my house. People say that all the time. And I grew up saying that. I didn't know about the distinction, and I don't think anybody I knew about that distinction back in like the early mid-90s. Like nobody cared. So just by force of habit, I'll say Legos, and I know like hardcore people get all like I feel like people love to call people out on that. It's like, it's not Lego, or it's not Legos, it's Lego. You know, like that's a really common thing people like to do. But I'm gonna say right now, if you accidentally say Legos, I'm with you all the way. I've been saying the word Legos since I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I can't remember when, but it was years and years and years later, after I'd been playing with my favorite toy forever, and somebody's like, it's not actually this, it's that. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like, force of habit. Like I do try to say Lego now, generally, but you know, it'll come out. Legos, no problem, guys. No judgments here if you say Legos. That's all I'm saying. Each into his own. There we go. Decent enough sticker. Nothing too crazy that they put on here. And what the heck? Is it really all it's supposed to be added onto? Okay, sorry. You just add it into this little joint. Not entirely sure what this is going to be for later though. Alright, making the second one of these. It's just going to have a joint sticking out on the other side. Alright, okay. I have school. Here I come. Oh yeah, when does the summer year start? It's really soon, isn't it? You kids are like looking forward to like a really big summer vacation, right? Mike, do you know when the school year ends? It's so funny. It's like every kid knows the exact day, the exact like minute they get out. And because all the kids all know it, and all their teachers know it, and their parents know it because their parents know about their kids' lives. But if like you're an adult and you don't know, if you don't like know like any kids really, or like you never know, you don't ever know what the oh wait a second, did I build this wrong? Did I do that? Mike, how'd I do that? Built it wrong. Just flip it in the other way, that's all. Yeah, then you don't know when the school year ends. You're just like, huh? Does it end soon? Is it not? In June. The school year ends in June. The King, Minecraft. Jack, who many bags left? Who many? How many bags left? This is the last bag. So the parts that you see in front of me are the last parts of the entire build. So you got that to look forward to, and I'm building. Ooh, this is actually this is a ×2 step, and it looks like this is the last of it. I swear there's a head that's supposed to be attached, but this might be the last step. So anyways, let's get this thing built. Chima, and then we can look at this set and say for sure whether or not we thought this was a good theme, a bad theme. Well, not for sure, but I have a feeling this set is just trying to do too much with too little. Because it doesn't feel that complete in terms of detailing here, and I'm almost kind of done. So I'm starting to get a little bit worried that it's going to look kind of ridiculous. Too many colors and too many exposed parts and whatnot. Yellow. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay. Getting those cross pieces as even as you can get. Okay, and this is it. This is a weapon that LEGO stopped making this for their sets. At least I haven't seen it come out for anything for a while. I know this piece appeared in a couple of superhero sets. I think DC Superheroes used it for 1 or 2 different bad guys. And they're super powerful. They're really, really strong. Look at this part. This is the coolest part. Look at these pieces. How can you not like this piece? It's so cool looking. So cool looking. Anyways, yeah, I like this. I like this part. I think there's just a way, yeah, to kind of have. They're kind of like these big gold claw hand gauntlet pieces. Really cool stuff. I can see people using that for, you know, the Technic builders when they create those big armored guys and stuff, sort of like armored creatures. Oh wow! And then I've got to build a ton of little things here. Okay. Building 4 of these. Okay. Building all the little fingers now. Want to watch your snow speeder video, but I'm trying not to until I build it. That's not a bad idea, actually, Drummer Matt UK. You know, sort of being surprised by stuff and building it and being like, oh, cool, that's how that function works. Not such a bad idea. Sometimes I'll do the same thing. Like if I get a set, there is kind of like a. They do leave little fun things for you to kind of discover as you build, I've noticed in LEGO sets. So, yeah, I can see what you mean by not wanting to watch a review video on a set that you know you want to buy already, because then you at least get to be sort of surprised by everything. So yeah, go for it. This is cool. Interesting. So yeah, we're attaching some of the claws, the bear claws. And this is, I think, sort of the opposable thumb part. The posable, not opposable. Okay, uno. And yes. You can have all these little, So we're building up the claws, and then I think it's the claw's head, and we're done. Claw's head, done, done, done. Legos, Legos, Legos. Oh, somebody's trying to start a fight. Are you recording something right now, Mike? Wait, what are you recording? I know, but for what episode? Oh, for a secret episode. Got it. Okay. Super secret. I don't even think they can hear you. You can just blurt it out. Okay. Yeah, he's not telling me. Legos, look. You can't say. What is the same thing? Both things are. What are you guys talking about? You ever do that? You look down, you look back up. The comment section is talking about some crazy stuff. I'm gonna sit still, watch, but do homework if anyone notices. I wouldn't suggest watching the stream instead of doing your homework. We don't want to promote not doing your actual regular work. I remember when we were first streaming, people are like, I'm in class right now, watching in school. I'm like, pay attention to class first. Don't watch us if that's what you're supposed to be doing. Here we go. So he's got these posable claws. Crazy stuff. Yeah. All right. There's actually quite a lot of posability. There's a lot of posability to these kind of dinky looking arms. So it's kind of nice that you can really mess around. You have the hand, the fingers, and this is a pretty movable elbow joint. So that's decent. And this bear head. This is the last part. Oh man, look how kinked this manual is. Ridiculous. I've been struggling with this. The struggle is real. Okay. Who's the leader? The leader of BrickVault. I like that. I like your choice of words. Who is the leader? Of course I am, says Mike. Not. We have no leaders here. Everybody is equal. It's anarchy. Yep, that's right. No, it's basically, BrickVault was started by my brother and I. It was technically his idea. It was his idea. I don't even want to say it was his idea. But he didn't have as much time to run the thing as I did, so I've sort of taken over for the most part in that regard. And he thought he was going to have more time to contribute and do builds and stuff because he's like a massive fanatic of Lego as well. But he's been busy with his other channel for the most part. Every now and then he'll show up. Who's the leader of the mods? The leader of the mods? We are the leader of the mods because we're BrickVault. And don't you forget that. The leader of the mods. Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting situation we're in. We did not expect to be moving out of the garage when we did it. We thought it was just going to be a fun sort of, like, oh, we can just build, you know, dedicate the entire garage to Lego. Wouldn't that be cool? Which it wasn't when we started. And then eventually it did become dedicated to Lego because the channel started sort of taking off. And then from there, it got so big that when we were moving, we were just like, wait a second, we can just get a separate office space, because if we do this in the garage again, we're just gonna run out of space immediately, and then no one's gonna have any space for their normal stuff in life. So yeah, so then we moved to a studio. Crazy. So it didn't really start off quite the way we planned, but it's worked out sort of better, I think. All right, we're building some weird old head here. Okay. You guys, are you guys still on the Lego versus Legos thing? Okay. The technical, I mean, what Lego as a company says, and what they insist on being, they stick with, is that Legos, with an S pluralized, is technically incorrect. They do say that. They're like, yep, that, like, it's supposed to be Lego. Like, that's the way it's intended, blah, blah, blah. On a personal note, I don't care, and I don't think Lego themselves actually care that much. Because it's just a natural way to assume the word is going to be used. And like I said, I say Legos. I'm pretty sure I said it, like, in a really recent episode. I noticed it during the stream. I was like, oh, I said Legos again. I try not to, just for the sake of not starting these silly arguments in chat rooms and stuff. But it doesn't matter. I mean, say Legos, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Alright, interesting. We've got a nice little archway being built up with some more teeth. Could it be leggy? Now we're talking about leg eye. Sorry, I said leggy. I think you meant leg eye. All right, you wrote that. I read it wrong. Yeah, why not? Call it leg eye. Call it whatever you want. Could it be leg eye? It could be. Yeah. Maybe people should just start calling it leg eye as like a. As like a, you're not gonna support the system. Like, not Legos, not Lego, but leg eye. Okay. And this is such a cool, I like these pieces used to create that snout and shape and face. That's such a good, I gotta say, that's a good bear head. I don't care about the rest of the build. This, what I'm looking at right here, is actually a great set of shapes, and this is like, I don't know, this is a piece that I don't really see very much, but it was used really, really well here. So, okay, I don't know if the rest of the vehicle is going to be awesome, but I really like the way this is looking. And I haven't finished, okay, let me just finish off the actual bear right now, but because this is the last thing. By the way, when I finish this, I'm going to do the full set review, so you can see just all the little parts and pieces and whatever, and what I think about it. And then we'll be done. And it's only just these last couple of pieces right here. So, okay, this should be kind of like in a situation like this. And I believe they just attach themselves. Nope. Oh, they go underneath. You kind of have to spread them out a little bit. Come on, buddy. Why does that? Oh, I see. Yeah, I added it in the wrong spot. Okay. Okay, cool. And then we've got a kind of. Whoa. Why does this thing look bad? Hold on. Did I mess this thing up? I think I did. I messed it up. Oh, I'm supposed to push the head forward, so it looks like more of an angry bear. That's funny. I like the look of it, and I had this plate off by one stud, so now the bear looks a little bit more angry. Still think, yeah. You can pull it back if you wanted to. That's kind of funny. I built it wrong right there. I was like, it looks so good. But now it looks even more angry. We get this piece. Here we go. And this has got, I think this is, I don't know, I don't think this is worn on in the front. I think this is a different character whose face is on that sticker. And we should be good, almost there. Another sticker in the back. So this head has a couple of extra stickers that if you wanted to just have like a fun sort of custom bear head attached to something else that looked kind of cooler than what we're building right now, you can take off stickers too, which is something that I do on occasion. Not very often. I almost always like to keep the stickers on where they're supposed to be placed. But on occasion I will mess around with the stickers, either mostly removing them. I never add extras or change the placement of them. I pretty much only ever take them off. And that is it. So this is the head. This is the entire vehicle, and this is the joint to snap them on. There it is. And this is, of course, it always asks you to load the weapons at the very end. Wow, I got something in my throat there. All right. So let me switch to, actually no, I'm not gonna switch any cameras. This is actually a decent enough, I think, zoomed shot so you guys can see all the different features. Let me show the vehicle first, and then we can get into the rest of it. Now this is Bladvic, the minifigure, and he fits in. Oh, like, see, this is the thing. His ridiculous weapon is just barely, he just can't stand there with the weapon in his hand, which is kind of too bad. So you take the weapon out of his hand, lift it up. You can still hold on to that golden minifigure headpiece. And if you want to, you can have his hands grab in there. It's really easy to adjust that out. I'm not going to bother adjusting to put his hands there. I'm going to take his weapons out, though. Leave them off to the side for now. So Bladvic does stand in there very easily. He stands, he does not sit, and they give him a lot of space so he didn't have to take his fiery wing pieces off. So that's a plus. I like not having to take off as much of the minifigure extra gear. Like if you have to take off like the headpiece or anything to fit him into his vehicle, that's kind of annoying because it just adds to the possibility of losing those parts when you put them on and off and then you don't know where that piece went. But this head for the bear, excellent. Oh, I just dropped that part. Fortunately, I have an extra one. You know what? I'm gonna take the ammo out before I drop them all on the ground. Head is excellent. Easily my favorite part of the build. It was the very last thing we just built. It's good. It's just got like the fur, like the shape is good. And I don't mind that, you know, like obviously the color scheme is supposed to start matching up with the rest of the red body of the build. So the back of his head is a bit red, but pretty sweet all around. He's got a sticker detailing. So let me just see if I can't push this a little bit closer. So this is the sticker here. And then he also does have a sticker in the back of the head too. I don't know what that is. It's like a location. I think it's actually a picture of another set, another evil vehicle that he's supposed to fight. Now, he's got some pretty decent builds for claws. Oh, I see. This is kind of cool. He has a clip in the top of the claw here. And I was like, why does he have a clip in the top of the claw? That makes no sense. Yes, it does, because this is Bladvic's weapon. So, sorry, that was out of the way. So this is where it actually is supposed to go, which is better. Now, you can just put them into either claw. Both claws have a clip on the top. And I guess there's no spot to really put this golden minifig head bottle thing that is also his accessory. Claws are decent, though. Posable posable fingers, I should say. Even the side finger claws are posable. The entire head. The hand is posable away from the shooting device, and then the elbow can also be moved. Relatively, like you can really twist it all the way back if you wanted, but it looks kind of bad that way. But decently movable. Now the build itself of the body, I thought was going to have a morph function, but it doesn't really. Like, this is the thing. This is the main thing. There is no like really big like morph function. This is like a handle to kind of move this thing around. I thought this was going to be a thing where you fold it and the whole thing's just like rah, but it doesn't fold. That's just it. Like, it's kind of too bad. Like, I thought this thing was going to be able to like stand up and stuff, but we have this weird thing that keeps the head from popping down. It's so weird. Unless I'm missing something. I don't believe I am, though. Oh, wait a second. Maybe you can. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay. There we go. I found it. Okay, I was going to say, this thing does have a morph function, and this is what it looks like. So you can kind of change his arms around. It's so weird looking. It still looks, whoa. Look at that. So it's super well balanced. To its favor, not being able to move the legs is like the only way this thing actually works. But there it is. It's actually kind of a clever function, the way this thing folds. But it just, I mean, like, I don't know. What do you guys think it looks like? I think this looks bad. I don't think it looks good at all. It's commendable that they went for it. I'll say that. But this is a build that kind of, it does a mech badly. It does a mech, what the heck? It's like a Bruin. You guys know what a Bruin is? It's like a pregnant bear. Bladvic's Rumble Bruin. It might even have been a better name for this set. So yeah, like the build for the shoulders is kind of cool, but he looks all stocky and weird. Like what the heck? They're so short and stubby now, and that looks bad. The legs actually kind of look all right in this sense, but just these wheels, it's just weird. And then switching the whole thing back, it's not too hard. It's actually kind of a cool morph function because there's two sets of Technic that slide offset from each other. And then when you push it down, there's just two little clips and it snaps the, are they both in place? Oh, that's actually just one little clip. Just one little clip, and that's enough to put it back into vehicle mode, rolling around, but it looks kind of like a silly vehicle, and it looks kind of like a silly mech, which is, I think, the main thing, and the main reason why I don't think this set worked that well. The detailing in the back is all right. This is a handle. I thought this was going to be part of the morph function, but this is actually just a handle for rolling this thing around. It rolls around just fine, don't get me wrong. That's easy. It's fine for a toy function, and I don't mind if something like that really fits into the design of the build. But here it's just hard to tell like what they were going for at all. Like these are like really cool, really awesome molded pieces that kind of just like stick onto the side of like all exposed Technic. And then this is pretty much all like a really detailed kind of leg that actually looks okay. But then it's just Technic, and then this, I don't know why, this yellow and brown. It's just like, I don't know, there's too many different colors. It's something that doesn't flow totally well. This is something that I'm probably gonna part down at some point. I am gonna be honest with you, I'm probably gonna part this down at some point. Keep the minifigs and maybe attach and change out some of the parts and like keep this bear head, because the bear head is dope. I think this is really good. So anyways, that's my opinion on the vehicle. It's like, you know, the concept of saying like, oh, you want a submarine car. And every now and then some guys develop some weird concept car that is submersible. And the reality is it's a really bad car and it's a really bad sub. And it doesn't really do either of those jobs well, so what the heck is the whole point, you know? And that's kind of what I feel about this set. So, sorry, that's my opinion. The head is cool, the head is really cool. The parts used in the set are also pretty darn cool, but not that good altogether. So, anyways, here let's go through the 3 minifigs. This is Bladvic, the main dude. He's got a special print on the chest. That print is only for this guy, for the particular armor piece. This armor piece is, I think, produced with all the main dudes from each set. Each set has sort of like a different print. So there's Bladvic's face. Whatever. I don't know. The prints on these faces are so... I can't tell if they're bad or if they're like... I don't know. They're just like... Lego's never really tried to get like an entire bear's face onto a minifigure before. But anyways, this is his actual detailing for his body, which is decent. I think it's just fine. It's a bit, you know, it's crazy. It's a little bit ornate. But the gold and red color combination, it's kind of hard to go wrong with that. I think the colors for the minifig actually work pretty well. And this is what his wings are in the back. So move that back on. I think Bladvic with his bear head though is probably the coolest. Like, it's my favorite part of the minifigs for this whole line is the combination of the bear head or the animal head and the animal mold that goes along. So he has these gold sort of scratch marks going along the side of his face, and the mold looks like a bear. He looks kind of like a pretty evil bear, and he comes with his he's probably got a special name for this ridiculous claw weapon, but I don't know it. And I just broke off the claw part of it because I wasn't paying attention. Put that back on. And yeah, pretty complete dude. Kind of like the build for the claw weapon. Not bad. And it's just a solid minifigure head, molded in pearl gold, no printing. That is obviously a jar of something. Boom. All right, moving on. This is Ice Claw. Another bear, this time a polar bear type guy. He's a white bear. And he comes with this polar bear themed jet ski, or no, not jet ski. Snow ski, snow thing, whatever. I don't live in the snow. I forgot the name of it. But same paw pieces, claw pieces used for Bladvic's weapon. But there's nothing on the bottom of them. It actually is a decent enough looking and feeling vehicle. I like that the ski pieces are a little bit posable, so you can kind of like, you can kind of lift it up on its own, so the paws are up, and then if you twist it back and forth, you can kind of get it to move down again. So that's kind of a nice this is a nice build all around for the little thing, and also the face for the bear. That actually looks good. Let's look at the minifig himself. This is Ice Claw, and I was talking about how graphic these guys are. They are a little bit graphic. I mean, like, you can see his glowing icicle ribs underneath some of his furry skin that seems to be like falling off. Some of it looks cracked, and then other parts of it look like it's drooping away. It's interesting. He's got one of his legs is just pure ice, it looks like. And he's holding what looks like I don't know, an ice crystal, an energy crystal. This is his face, the print for his face. No print on, oh, well he does have, oh, he's got a kind of a cool print on the back of his head actually. Sorry. And this probably has to do with the universe. I don't know much about the Chima universe, but just, yeah, it's just so wacky and crazy. And I like the print for his head. Cool stuff. He's got some sort of nice designs and stuff going along the side. Let me take off the head, just show you what the heck the back looks like. I'm kind of curious myself. Oh, no ribs, no drooping flesh, but you can just see some furry back stuff, and then his belt is also printed there as well. So, decent enough looking guy. They certainly didn't skimp out on the detailing for any of these Chima guys. They really did try to make sure to have this like really well put together, like very well put together. His weapon is decent enough as well. It's a stud gun. Sorry, focused out a little bit. It's a stud gun. We have pretty similar builds for like Star Wars battle packs and stuff now with stock in the back, but there's some extra trans blue pieces that can be an extension for the stock, but also that's just extra ammo. Nice little design choice there. And this is the blade. It's sort of like a melee weapon as well. He can hold it, but they have a clip on his back for him to attach it, and I think that's better for the most part. Yeah, so decent enough. And then this is the last dude, Vornon. I'm gonna say he's a vulture. I didn't look it up, and I didn't know enough about the universe, but he's got that fleshy head with the giant bird beak, so vulture, right? He looks like a vulture to me. And he's evil, and the evil guys and a vulture is a pretty synonymous. Wow, look at that head, look at that face, what the heck? This is one of those things, what's so weird about these guys is like, it's like if you take off the headpiece that's supposed to be just the head for the character, they just try to recreate what this is supposed to look like, but just in printing mode. And it just comes out so strange sometimes. That's his big beak, his big evil face, and then no printing on the back of his head. Just the standard gray wings. The combination of this trans blue armor with these just solid light bluish gray in the back looks weird, especially because nothing else on his body is light bluish gray except for his hands. Let me take everything off so you can see the detailing for the body. I'm kind of curious myself. I didn't really take a very good close look at this guy when I was putting him together, so I kind of want to see what he looks like. Let me take his, well, I can keep the weapon in his hand. Wow, yeah, look at that. So you can see his muscles. You can see ribs on one side, like Ice Claw, and then straight up purple, muscly, like his underside. Like this guy is like a zombie. He's like a White Walker. This is like a White Walker vulture guy. One of his arms is now ice, as opposed to, well, actually his leg and his arm is ice. And there you go. Yeah, there you can see some ribs coming through one side. He's been stitched up on the other. It's a relatively gruesome bad guy, like, cause he looks like alive enough, but just at a certain point, just ultimately just like he's like a zombie. He's like a White Walker. Sorry for the reference, but yeah, he does kind of look weird. And I do like the BrickVault weapon he's got, the sort of scythe weapon. I didn't really show that off, but that's good because this is like a nice silvery mold for this, and it's a little bit soft actually. You can kind of bend this a little bit more than your average Lego plastic. And yeah, I'd say, ooh, that looks like it's about to pop out. There we go. Okay, so yeah, Vornon. What a ridiculous bad guy. Let me just put these guys. So there's Ice Claw, Vornon, Bladvic. Good figs. I mean, you know, points for creativity. These guys are wacky. And let me zoom out to do the one final thing that this set is capable of doing, and then I will say my goodbyes for the live stream. And like I showed these claws. We've got these two powerful ball launchers, these fireball launchers. And these are strong things. You can really, there's a lot of force behind them. It's kind of this claw gets in the way when you want to pinch it though. You kind of have to like move it out of the way when you want to shoot. Yep, not bad. Works pretty well. Get one under there, get another one under there. Comes with 3 of these all together. I dropped one on the ground, and I'm not gonna pick that up until after I end the stream. But yeah, it comes with 3 of those. So I think when this set came out, it was a decent part for price ratio. Decent enough set in terms of almost, even though the build doesn't work that well, I mean it does, but it doesn't really. I'd still say there's a lot of really cool parts, and I'm like really glad that I have this set because we've got pieces in here that you pretty much can't get in like any other theme. And even then, I don't think these were released like in a whole lot of other sets. So there's definitely some cool things in here that I really like having from the build. The minifigs are cool. The head of the build is cool. This as a whole vehicle though, doesn't really work for me. It's just kind of, like it works fine. Like you can play with it, don't get me wrong. I just don't think it looks that good here, and I don't think it looks that good here with the fold function is actually kind of clever. I do appreciate the clever fold function. It just looks weird. So that's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents about the whole thing. I hope you guys, yeah, other people are saying ugly set. Yeah, it could have been better. It could have been better, I'm not gonna lie. But they can't all be winners, guys. They cannot all be winners. Here you can kind of just see it maybe in like a little bit full fashion from just another angle. Yeah, you can, yeah, so the head can mold down. This is him in his standing mode. It is a cool folding function, and like from afar, you kind of have like, it looks like his arms are coming up like, rah! But like when you look at it at the top, it's just, the actual motion of it is just weird. I don't know. So strange. So strange. I don't know. Move that back down. So that is it for this Lego build live stream. For the future, I do want to move some of this stuff. You can see this dark wall behind me. That is our gigantic Lego city, and I do want to set up some live streaming builds for this live stream, but in the city. So maybe sitting right in the middle island area. That would be pretty cool. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me for the last almost 2 hours, almost a 2-hour long live stream. And if you guys enjoy our content, you can always like, subscribe, do what you want to do, check us out. And yeah, hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time building the set, even though the set wasn't that great. And will we be live streaming tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 3rd. Yeah, okay, so we'll live stream tomorrow. The 4th, probably not a live stream because I will be at the Lego store pretty much at the same time as we normally start a live stream. So live stream tomorrow, live stream not on Thursday. Thursday, Star Wars, May the 4th. Yeah, so anyways, that's it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.